Hello everyone, welcome back to DIY Beauty on Purpose. My name is Leonette and today I am bringing you 9 absolutely beautiful Dollar Tree DIY decor. Alright, so for this DIY, I am going to take 3 Dollar Tree plastic little plates and some Dollar Tree nautical rope. And I believe I used about 3.5 ropes. I'm just going to start by hot gluing and rolling it from the middle to the outside. So starting in the center in the middle and working my way to the outside, adding hot glue with every turn.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you just
Towards the end, once I reached the very thin part of the plate, like the rim, I just added a little bit of hot glue in between the rim and the rope actually stuck really well. And I did the same thing on all 3 plates.
hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world.
Now, you can skip this as you want. I mean, seriously, I think they look beautiful just as they are. However, I wanted to add a little bit of color, so I am going to dry brush, a pretty heavy dry brush, each plate. One with Rustoleum chalk paint in the linen white, the other one with Rustoleum Milk Paint in the, I forget the name, but I'm going to have them down in the description box. And then the other one is with Rustoleum chalk paint in the pale pink.
You set my world on fire. I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors.
And we're just about done with these guys. I literally just let them dry. I added command hooks, not the hooks, but the ones that are like Velcro to each of the back. And that's what they look like. I think they turned out absolutely stunning. And what's beautiful is you can really customize this to whatever color you want. They could be all white. They could be natural with some colors, whatever you'd like. And I think they turned out so cute.
Like the moon is the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire.
Alright, for this DIY, I am going to take this round wooden, not sure what it is. It looks like an ornament, but it was in their crafts section. I removed the little jute twine from it, and now I'm going to take this dowel that I got at Walmart, and I am going to just give it at the end a 45-degree angle, just like you see there. And then I am going to measure 3 inches, and then I am going to cut it straight. And I'm going to do this 3 times using my miter box. I am now going to paint with Rustoleum chalk paint in the linen white, just 1 coat, only on the rim portion of the circle. I am going to use this fabric from Walmart, and I am going to trace the circle right on top, cut it, and then I am going to glue it using some glue stick.
Lost road, crossroad, ocean and sky. So searching, soul hurt and fire and ice.
I did trim a little bit of the excess fabric using my rotary cutter. I am now going to just mark what I think it's the middle, and I think I did a good job, but you can always measure. I just like to eye things out sometimes. Now, using hot glue as well as wood glue, I am going to start gluing each little leg onto the bottom. So the 45-degree angle is just going to make it angled. Now, I'm also going to brad nail it so that it's a little bit more secure. I'm going to do this same thing with the other two legs. After I brad nail this last leg, it's basically done. Now it's just time to put a very simple vase on top with a flower. It could be a decor ricer, it could be a flower vase ricer, or it could just be whatever you want it to be. I just think it turned out super, super cute. All right, friends, don't forget that this month's giveaway is a fabric cutting mat with a rotary cutter. All you have to do to enter the giveaway is watch and comment. So any comments made in February of 2021 will be entered to win this giveaway. All right, for this next DIY, I am going to use this Dollar Tree pizza pan, and I'm going to give it 3 coats of Rustoleum chalk paint in the linen white. Using a sponge stenciling brush, I am going to distress the edges using Waverly ink chalk paint.
Not long ago, you got hurt, someone did you wrong. I can see it in your eyes, it's like your fire is gone. Across your face, it is written across your face. If you wanna talk, I'm right here, not gonna leave your side. Just feel free to open up when the moment's right. Across your face, it is written across your face. If you wanna go out, we can go out.
I am now going to take these Dollar Tree flowers and I am going to pull them out. I'm going to need 6 of them, and I'm going to cut the stem as close as possible to the base of the flower. I am then going to use the Dollar Tree magnets, and I'm going to need only 6 of them. Then I am going to hot glue each flower onto each magnet. Because I'm running out of Mod Podge, I decided to just take it outside and spray it with this Rustoleum clear matte top coat. And it's freezing, guys. So I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but it did. It dried pretty quickly, actually, and it dried very well. Using these 2 faux fern bundles, I am going to join them together as well as some flowers from the Dollar Tree, using jute twine, and hot glue them to the top of the pizza pan. And now it's time to add the beautiful little magnet flowers. And that's it, guys. Now we have a beautiful note or picture holder that I think looks super cute even with no pictures on it. Alright, my friends, don't forget that every month I will be sending out monthly printables completely free. If you haven't joined our email list, I ask that you do so down in the description box. Alright, so moving along. This next DIY, I am going to use 3 of these buckets from the Dollar Tree and 2 of these extra large painting stirring sticks. At first, I thought I can just freehand it here, but then I took a ruler from the Dollar Tree and used it as a guide so that I know how much width to leave in the middle. And I'm just going to staple each bucket, one in each end, the top and the bottom, and then the other one right in the center. I am now going to take these little chalkboard tags from the Dollar Tree, remove the clothespin, and then using a chalkboard or a chalk marker from Dollar Tree, I am going to write the words oregano, basil, and parsley. And guys, my handwriting is awful, so don't mind the writing, okay? Just imagine it looks nice and pretty. And then hot glue it to the front of each bucket.
Decided it was time for him to fly out of the darkness and into the light, higher and higher.
I'm going to hot glue some nautical rope to the back so it can be hung, and that's it. This one is done and is super cute. Now, I do not have any basil or oregano or parsley, but I am going to just put some boxwood because I think it looks super cute. But I think it would look gorgeous. Even if it didn't say that in the front of each bucket, it could say whatever else you'd like.
Out of sight, the whisper inside your heart tells you let go. Time to leave the past. You did what you knew. Slow down and rest. You've been through a war. No one can hurt you anymore. Behind closed eyes, memories unfold, hidden secrets.
And my friends, don't forget that I do have an Instagram page. I'd love to connect with you there, guys. I share pictures, behind the scenes, photos with me and my family, little clips, just all kinds of stuff that I love to connect with you if you do have an account yourself. I do have the link down in the description box. For this next DIY, I am going to take this flower garden bucket from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to give it 2 brushes or 2 coats of dry brushed chalk paint from Rustoleum in the linen white.
Heading back to what used to be home, passing by those little towns I know so well, stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel again. Driving this like a spiritual cleanse, where every mile is a new beginning and every bend holds a new end. Eyes on the road.
I am now going to distress it just a little bit, adding as if it has been rusted through the months. So I am going to use some Waverly Antiquing Wax and a stenciling bristle brush, and I'm going to start just dabbing to the on the bottom rim, and then a little bit brushing it, dry brushing it on the rest of the bucket.
I'm speeding fast to chase my soul. I'm driving to get away.
I am now going to take this drop cloth that I have used over and over again, and I'm going to cut a piece. I want to say it's about 12 inches. It's about a foot wide. And I am going to fold. We see with that rim on the left bottom corner, it already has that rim there. It was already, that fold was already there. So I'm just going to fold it right on that same fold and hot glue it, creating a nice rim.
Eyes on the goal, don't lose control. I'm living fast, I've lost my soul. I'm driving to get away. Running through emotions, high and low. Holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day.
All right, so now I am going to place it inside and start hot gluing the hemmed side onto the rim, making sure that it is about the same size on all sides. Now, I did cut it way too short. You're going to see that I'm probably about 2 inches away from the fabric touching each other. So I just ended up having to add a little extra fabric at the end, but no big deal. It turned out really well, and I just have that towards the back of the floral arrangement. And then I'm just going to add some faux boxwood to this one as well. And oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite today. I love the way this one turned out. It's very rustic, but very farmhouse, very fresh looking. Really love the way it turned out.
How did I get caught? The walls are caving in. How come I got lost in this endless spin? Why do I feel so empty deep within? Where did I go wrong? Eyes on the goal, don't lose control. I'm living fast, I lost my soul. I'm driving to get away. Running through emotions, high and low. Holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day. Eyes on the road, don't lose control. I'm speeding fast to chase my soul. I'm driving to get away.
For this next DIY, I am going to take 4 rulers from the Dollar Tree and remove the black ruler portion of them.
I saw you from across the room.
Taking this little chalkboard sign from the Dollar Tree, I'm going to remove the back of it. And now I'm going to take the rulers and I'm just going to start marking. So I am going to mark 4 of them to be the same width as the inside portion of the top to bottom of the board. And then I'm going to do 4 this side, the horizontal way, and mark. Now you can use your miter box if you have one. This time I decided to use my miter saw, so I went outside in the garage and made the cuts. Once they were cut, now I'm just going to start hot gluing, creating a box on the back of it. It really is all you need. You could use some wood glue if you'd like, but all I really needed was the hot glue, and it was actually sufficient. So I'm going to hot glue 2 on each side of the smaller ones, and then 2 on the bottom and 2 on the back of the larger ones.
When our eyes met, I never knew that I could feel this way, and it's kinda strange. Don't even know your name. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you. I don't know you, but I want to get
I have two extra smaller ones and I decided to just place them right on the back of the board. That way it just adds a little bit more stability, and I did that on the other side. Then using the chalk marker from the Dollar Tree, I decided to write "Love Grows Here." Again, don't mind the handwriting. And then added some grassy faux florals, and I think it turned out so cute.
I think I've waited all these years for you right here. But how will I ever know if you go? 'Cause I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you.
All right, friends, for this next DIY, I am going to take these two buckets. You can find these in the party section of the Dollar Tree. And one of these hats that I have had now for about a year. I get them during the Easter season, so they should be coming out again with these. I am going to just thread out all of these strands of ribbon. So I'm going to cut the first, um, it's like sewed in the front, and I'm just going to start then pulling it all apart, except for the last few strands, because I decided to keep it for another DIY in the future.
I've been lying here for too long.
I am now going to start hot gluing the ribbon onto the smaller bowl. Now I am going to leave about half of the strand to be an excess towards the bottom, and you're going to see why. But I'm going to start hot gluing all the way around and keep going all the way around. When I get down to the top rim, I'm going to make sure that the ribbon ends right at the edge of
I don't
the
know
rim.
what else to do. I wanna get away from every little thing just to try to make it through. I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head. But it doesn't really matter, nothing matters, so I cry instead. I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. I've been staring at the ceiling, I've been staying up all night. Everything I ever worked for vanished in the blink of an eye. I've been asking every question, 'cause I haven't got a clue. Why's it gotta be me? What the hell am I supposed
I am now
to
going to add hot glue to the bottom, or in this case, the top of the bottom piece, and then place the top larger bucket on top. Now, I did have to then add some E6000 glue because it did come off. So if you're going to recreate something like this, just make sure you add E6000 right away. Something that I should have done and I didn't do was remove the stickers from the bottom. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to take additional one of those little smaller buckets, and I'm going to use the bottom as a guide, trace it, cut it, and hot glue it inside the flower vase. Now, I wouldn't have to do this if I would have removed the stickers, but because the stickers were now underneath, and this is before the bucket came apart, then you can certainly do that instead. However, you can also paint the bottom if you'd like. And that's it for this one, guys. I'm going to add some florals that I found from the Dollar General, and I think this one turned out so classy. It almost has like a little bit of a boho look. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
I've been running circles, trying nothing there. And I know there's so much more.
For this next DIY, I'm going to take this canvas sign from the Dollar Tree. And what I like about this canvas is that although Dollar Tree carries plain canvases, this one is square instead of rectangle, and I really like that. I'm going to give it 2 coats of Rustoleum chalk paint in the linen white, and I'm going to use a technique that I use quite often, but I hardly ever explain it. Each coat I'm going to do in different directions. So this one I am going to use this side to side, like horizontal, and then once it's dry, I am going to then do the second coat in the opposite direction. That will give it a little bit of a texture to it, and I really love that texture. So as you're painting, you don't have to go in a direction, just keep painting. Once it's fully covered before it dries, just then make sure that you brush from side to side on one direction. So I'm just showing you here, I'm using my heat gun to dry it, and now I'm adding the second coat, and as you can see, I'm going on the opposite direction.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe. Striking the winner post now.
Now I'm going to use one of these grapevine wreaths that I get on Amazon, but I do know that Dollar Tree carries them. I just have several of these on hand because I get them in a big box. And I'm also going to take these florals from Dollar Tree. I hot glued the grapevine wreath onto the canvas, and now I'm going to add a couple of these, one going up, one going down. I didn't hot glue them, I just basically stuck it right in there. I then took some ribbon from the Dollar Tree and some burlap ribbon, and I am going to make very simple bows and hot glue it in between the flowers.
These on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night. This summer night, this summer night. Sleeping in the back of a van, roaming in the wilderness. We don't ever need a plan. We'll be alright, just you and I. Singing from the top of our lungs, dancing by the
We're just about done with this one, and this one turned out so beautiful. Again, one of those that you can really customize and really change up the flowers if you want them white or pink or whatever you want, or maybe even add more florals. I tend to like my wreaths on the simple side, which is why I left it as is, but really it can be done whichever way you want.
while we're young. In a moment it will all be gone. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do.
Alright, so for this next DIY, I am going to take this alphabet puzzle from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to remove the letters, but we're not going to get rid of them because we are going to use them here in a little bit. I'm going to paint the back of it with 2 coats of Rustoleum chalk paint in the linen white.
Stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy.
I am now going to take 10 of the letters and I'm going to flip them to its back, and I am going to paint 5 of them white and 5 of them black using the Waverly ink chalk paint, and then for the white, the Rustoleum chalk paint and the linen white.
Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right.
I am going to distress dry brushing the edges of the white ones just a little bit, just to give them a little bit of a dimension and contrast from the white board. Now to the back of it, because it has all these colors and where the letters were, I'm just going to use some glue stick, and I'm just going to glue some felt fabric from the Dollar Tree in the black.
I know that I told you
And now I'm going to start setting up these little, what used to be letters, but now they're petals for flowers. And I am going to just start placing them where I think they're going to look cute. I'm going to place 4 for one flower, and then the one of them on the opposite color is going to go right in the center. And I'm just going to hot glue them in place.
Maybe I'm just too weak, maybe I'm just afraid of being alone. Well, I don't care, 'cause right now I feel the love that we said we would burn. Oh, I know that you feel it too. I know that I told you we're over.
Using an Arteza marker, I am going to draw the stems and some leaves. Using this ribbon from Michaels, I am going to make another very simple multiple strand bow and hot glue it to the bottom of the flower stems.
Tonight we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning? Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be?
Using this decal from the Dollar Tree, I already had used a little portion of it, but what's remaining of it I am going to use for this one, and I'm going to cut here and there as I need to make sure that it fits on my small sign, and I'm just going to place it on the board around the flowers.
Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning? Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light. 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 I know that I told you.
And we are just about done with this one, guys. What a beautiful little sign. I love black and white, but I just love the way it turned out. And guys, this is seriously an alphabet board. What a beautiful way to use it. And I just think it turned out super cute. But let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. I know there's a ton here, but if I were to pick, I think I were to pick the flower bucket with the drop cloth inside of it. I don't know why that one really stands out to me, but let me know in the comments which one is your favorite or which one you like to try yourself. If you are visiting for the first time, thank you so much for watching. I hope you consider subscribing and joining our YouTube family. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I'm going to have a playlist here with tons more of inspiration. Check it out. I'll see you later, guys. Be blessed. Bye.
I swear that I'm sober, just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss